You're listening to Real Talk Texas with local expert Steve Hakes. Now, here's Steve.
Welcome back. We're talking about the military today. We're talking about in the DFW marketplace. We've got some great experts here in the studio today on Real Talk Texas, and you can find them online at realtalktexas.com. Also, if you need some help, you'll be able to text our show. I'll give you the number in a few minutes. But we were talking with Bill Meili of Meili Law, and he's talking about some of the things he does for the active duty people, reservists, and some veterans as well, and some of the ways he helps them with their legal matters in their working with the U.S. government right now. Also in the studio, we've got Geni Manning, and Geni Manning has had a real estate firm here for 20 years, 30. I didn't want to say that on the air. But 20 years, okay, 20 years. You're a lady. You're not supposed to ask. But anyway, we were talking about the things that she's doing at Geni Manning Team, and she's taking that extra step to help the military. And with that, she's hired and put on board Crystal Weir. And Crystal's in charge. Her title is the Director of Military Services. And they take it serious. And what they've done is they put together a team that really helps focus on veterans as they're trying to make that transition from military life to civilian life. And so, Geni, you want to talk a little bit more about what you're doing?
Well, since I was a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader and we were involved in the USO tour, that's where my interest really started and has continued. And I've always wanted to give back in some way and help. So we've partnered up with several nonprofit organizations that Crystal's going to talk about, but two examples are the USO, and they donate. We donate a set amount to the USO at each closing of all the homes that we sell. We also present the opportunity to donate to USO to our clients, so that and it's a possibility we can match that donation depending on the circumstances of each transaction. Also, we are involved with the Homes for Heroes. The foundation's mission is to provide and coordinate financial assistance and housing resources to our military, but also police and firefighters, first responders. And then, of course, we help throughout the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex buyers and sellers, and we give rebates, cash rebates back to the buyer and seller who use our services.
If they're military, right?
Mm-hmm. Up to 1% of the sales price. And then we have team alliances that also contribute to discounting their fees. Superior Abstract and Title reduces their escrow fees, and the home inspectors give 20% off. That's just two examples. We're excited about it. We have other cowboy cheerleaders that are excited and has joined us, and so we've got a lot to do. Kind
of carrying on that whole working with the military from that organization, Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders, as we all know, has for many years done a great job of going around the world entertaining our troops and things like that. Crystal, tell me a little bit. You were on the USO tour. Tell me a little bit about that, what it was like. And
I was. I cheered straight out of high school, actually. I tried out my senior year thinking, wasn't really like the lifelong dream that a lot of girls have, but I thought, why not? I want to continue dancing. So I did it from 4 years, 2002 to 2006. By the end of my second year, I kept hearing all these girls on the show group just talk about how wonderful the experience was going overseas with the USO. So I thought, I got to try this before my time is up. So my third year, I decided to audition, and I then did it that year and my fourth year. My first trip was to South Korea. I then, throughout those 2 years, went to 14 different countries. We did a 2-week bus tour through Europe. We were very nervous how that was going to go with 12 women on a bus, but it was great. We were all the best of friends. We dominoes and poker and all kinds of things became our best friend.
No chick fights.
No, actually, no. It was shocking because then when you get to your place of stay, you are then still with those women right. when you sleep, but it is like nothing else. The camaraderie is just amazing, but those trips, now that I have been out, I've had 2 children, and I search for what can I do that at the end of the day I feel like I've helped someone and I feel good. When Geni reached out, I was clueless on what I would do or what my role would be, but already. I'm still, like she said, it's very brand new to us, but I'm just excited because, well, I feel the USO is very near and dear to my heart. What more can we do to help the veterans in the military now that I have experienced firsthand?
Well, and I think Geni answered that question, and so has Bill, and so do I with what we do. Even though we're not actively in the military, there's still things that civilians can do that can help. My nephew is over in Afghanistan. He's home right now. He's having some chemotherapy and things like that. He's had an issue of cancer that showed up when he was over there. And, he'll be out here in a year or so. And so I'll be there to give him the best advice of what he can do as far as, moving forward, making that transition from military to civilian life. And there are some great benefit programs out there to help you do that. And like I said earlier in the show about my father-in-law, he never realized that you can get a VA loan. So one of the things that veterans need to know is that if you're working after you've gotten out, or if you've got benefits, disability benefits, there's a lot of things that I can help navigate through on the lending side. And as far as disabled vets and things like that, there's programs out there where they can make sure that the house fits their needs. As we know, there's a lot of disabled vets that have been coming back in the last few years, especially down in the San Antonio area where they do a lot of the prosthetics. So we get a lot of those people here in Texas. I've met a few that they just decide they love Texas. We all love Texas. And so they decide to stay here. And so we see that need in the marketplace. Geni, as far as military people and helping them find homes, tell me a little bit more as to why they should call you.
Well, first, because we have a heart to help. That's the main thing. And we have a real interest in doing whatever it takes to get somebody in a home. Like you said, a lot of veterans didn't even know that they can get in a home without putting anything down. And we're here to walk them through all the steps of what needs to take place. If they have credit issues, we can get them in a program to get that fixed so that they can buy and qualify for a home. But we do have a team that reaches the entire Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. So no matter where you're wanting to buy, we have experts in each area that can help them. And we do all price ranges.
All price ranges. Okay, great. Part of the thing that you need to know as a veteran out there, or if you know a veteran or someone that's active military even, you can still buy a house even if you're active military as well. You don't have to wait till you're a veteran to use that benefit of the VA home loan, which is a great deal. So as far as looking, I'm going to do a little testimony for myself for Geni and her team. That one of the things I like about referring people to the Geni Manning Team is they do have people all over the Metroplex. Typically what I do when someone calls me up once pre-qualified for a home loan, they're getting ready to shop, I tend to find out, okay, where are you looking to shop for a home? And they give me kind of a few cities or something like that within the Metroplex. Then I'll go through my database of Real Talk Texas experts. I'll find those realtors that are really good at that marketplace. And it's hard. If I were to say, okay, it's just Geni Manning, I would say, how could she be an expert in all areas of the marketplace? Well, the beauty of what she does is she has a team, and she has a team of people that are placed all throughout the Metroplex that are experts on that particular market. So you can feel safe in contacting them. You can reach them by calling our show or sending a text to our show right now. So if you're thinking about buying a home or selling your home, whether you're a veteran or not, just send a text to me at 817-925-2546. That's 817-925-2546. And if you're driving right now, please don't drive in text. Go ahead and just leave me a voicemail and just say, hey, I need some help with my legal matters, or I need some help with finding a home or selling a home, or I need to be pre-qualified to buy a home. And we'll put you in touch with the right people here on that's in our network of Real Talk experts.
And they can reach us through our website at www.genimanning.com, and that's GENI Manning.com. You can read about each team member and where their specialty is, and read about Crystal and the other cheerleaders that are on there.
Okay. Well, I want to take the opportunity. I know we're talking about military right now and the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders, but I do want to ask you, Geni, what's happening in the marketplace? What are you seeing veterans? What are they facing when they come out to look for a house? Are the home prices going up, down? What's happening in the Metroplex here as far as the real estate?
They're going up. It's a seller's market. We keep seeing time after time, multiple contracts on homes. So you have to be ready. You have to have that letter from you, Steve,
Okay.
that says they are pre-approved so that in our file, when we find a house, it can be submitted. We don't need to wait on you to write that because houses are going quick.
Okay.
It's exciting.
Well, we're going to take a break right now. You're listening to Real Talk Texas on AM 570 KLIF, News and Information. This is the Real Talk Texas show. I'm your host, Steve Hakes, here every Sunday at noon. So stay tuned. We're going to come back, and we're going to talk more about what's happening out there. And I'm going to share a nugget for you about a great program that's available for veterans when it comes to buying a house. So stay tuned.